Today we're here with the 2014 Chevy Cruze LT RS. This is my fiance's car, Bethany, as we met her in the last video. You guys remember the how-to video I did on this car, the one right before this video, where we replaced the spark plugs and the coil pack and threw a new air filter in the car. This video is going to be full of reasons why you should buy a Chevy Cruze, coming from her and me. And also it's going to contain reasons why you should not buy one, mostly coming from me. So we're going to have a good time, show you the car, and we're gonna see what we can find out about the car as well. You don't know what to say? Okay, all right. Let's start by this. Let's start by getting a little bit of the background of the car. When did you get the car? I already know, but they don't, so.
I got the car last year, August of 2020.
Okay.
And it is a 2014 Chevy Cruze, black Chevy Cruze.
This is your first car?
Yes.
All right. Did you say it's black?
Is it black? It was like navy.
It's like, yes, I was gonna say, it's like a, look at it through the camera lights.
It looks like black, but then like certain angles and certain lighting, it almost looks like a really dark navy.
Yeah, it's like a navy blue. It's a pretty color. I like this color. On GM cars, it looks good. Looking at the car, first impression of this generation Cruze, you see them everywhere, first of all. And they're very sharp little cars for what they are, for the money that you spend. They're decent looking cars, especially with the RS package that gives you the ground effects, gives you in the front, I believe part of that is the fog lights. Correct me if I'm wrong, Cruze people. Also, we have the RS badging, and then if we step out back, I think the rear spoiler and then this thing here is a part of it. Without that, and then that chrome strip as well, without that, the car would just be a bland, compact car. And I mean, it's not like it's the most flashy car right now, but that RS package does spice it up a little bit. And this one does have the sunroof. It has Pioneer audio, has a really good audio system. Backup camera, there we go. So,
actually, well, I guess it's really not a necessity, but kind of is.
kind okay, for you it is. Well, tell us some of your favorite things about the car, honey. What's your favorite things about Veronica? Veronica is what she named the car.
Well, I don't know, it's hard to say. I guess I think that it's just a nice size for me. I think it's not too big, it's not too small. It's not really big, but I think it's a good amount of space, good in the back trunk.
Okay, the back trunk. As long as we're out here, we might as well take a look at the trunk. There we go.
Would you say let's say like a Toyota Camry is bigger?
I'm gonna teach you about the different classes of car. This is a compact. Corolla is comparable to this. Camry is a step above this.
Okay.
So Camry is gonna have a little bit bigger trunk space. So as you guys can see, go ahead, get in the trunk, get in the trunk, get in the trunk, just get in the trunk, honey, get in the trunk. Come on, we got to show the viewers how big the trunk of the Chevy Cruze is. Come on, get in.
Don't shut it.
There we go. Just duck. Duck. There we go. So it's a pretty, I'll see you later. I'm going inside. So, lesson for you.
What?
Pull that and it opens the trunk.
Okay.
Okay? So for the future, in case you get locked in the trunk. But
Just in case you decide to lock me in the trunk. Emergency button.
Good. All right, so that's the trunk size. Didn't plan to take a look at the trunk right then. So favorite things about the car. We said the backup camera, the size. Any other things that you like about it, honey?
I mean, it drives well, hugs the road very well.
It does. It's a well-handling car. That's the truth. I used to work at a Chevy dealership, and I used to sell Chevys back before Chevy discontinued the Cruze. Literally sold, I would say sometimes a half a dozen a week, just me. They're a very popular car. They really are a popular car. Popular doesn't make it a good car, but for someone that is a college student, which at the time of you buying the car, you were a college student. Someone who's a college student, someone who is looking for something affordable, which you were, good on gas, somewhat solid. Somebody looking for a car that fits the bill, as they say, something that fits the bill. Cruze is a decent car for someone that wants like a good starter car. At the same time, we've kind of touched on reasons that are, say, okay, those are reasons why you should buy it. Backup camera, decent sized trunk space, it handles well, it's got a soft ride, it feels decent quality, the doors have a nice solid, feel to them. The inside is spacious, legroom in the front is good. For reasons why you should not buy one of these cars, I would say since this past summer, and we're in November right now, since this past summer, probably June, July, I have done the spark plugs, the coil pack, the air filter, as you guys know. We had a coolant reservoir housing thing that went. It's had brake issues in the rear. It's had front brake issues.
Which it still does. It's still squeaking.
Which, yeah, the back brakes are still squeaking. Looking underneath the hood, which we'll do in just a moment. It has leaky valve cover gasket. Gaskets or valve cover gasket. It needs to be replaced. So there's a lot of things with these cars that if you want a solid, reliable car, this has 57,000 miles. Long term, thank you. If you want something that, say, you can drive 100,000, 150, 200,000 miles without having to replace something semi-regularly, this is probably not going to be a car that you should buy. It's solid enough to where if you're mechanically inclined, then you can put up with little things here and there and it'll be okay. All right, so what you do, darling, is you push this to the right and then you pull up. That little lever, push to the right and then pull up. Push it up, pull this thing up right here while holding the hood and then put it over there in that thing right there. There you go. Perfect. Well done. This right here is GM's 1.4 liter turbo 4-cylinder. Common things that go on these cars are the turbo, valve cover gaskets seem to be a common thing. The coil pack seems to be a common issue. O2 sensors. There are head gasket, that can be another one, depending on how the car has been maintained. But there are a lot of things under the hood of this car that really shouldn't be going wrong at 57,000 miles that have gone wrong and are starting to go wrong, like the valve cover gaskets. I've cleaned the oil off, but you can see residue where there was buildup to where all this was just covered and you couldn't even see the silver right there. It was all black. So I'm going to have to replace the valve cover gaskets in the near future on the car. The car gets about, 35 to 40 miles to the gallon probably, right? And it doesn't get driven a whole lot. It gets driven, a few miles a week. So it's not like it's having to do a lot of daily driving. Beth is the third owner of it, and it's never had any accidents. So it's got a decent history. So I just want to show you what it's like to get in and out of the car. It's pretty easy to get in and out of. It's not like so far that it's like down on the ground like a skateboard. The head entry is decent. If you guys own one of these cars, you know the feel of it. It does start right up. Has it ever not started for you, honey?
It hasn't.
Okay, so it always has started. 57,932 miles. And yeah, it's very quiet. Since I replaced the spark plugs in the coil pack, the ignition coil, it's been running pretty good, right? It's been doing good?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
Phone book update failed.
ooh, look out. All right. You are a very small human.
Oh yeah.
5'1".
Fun sized.
Fun size. She's fun size. Dynamite comes in small packages. Got my little dynamite package right here.
I would say it's pretty compact.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Now the true test of legroom, honey, is for the driver to put their seat in the position that they're comfortable in, and then get in the back seat. I'm about 5'8"-ish. The seat is in my comfortable position. I still have about 2 to 3 inches to spare, and the seat curves up here, so it's not smashing my knees in the back seat here. And it does have a flop down armrest with 2 cup holders.
Yeah.
For protein smoothies and shakes. Little view of the front from back here. The sunroof. The Pioneer radio. Very good sound on the Pioneer radio. I like that. It's got a very good bass system. The tires on it right now, these are Firestone FR 710s, 215 60 R16s. The alloys are pretty I would say they're in pretty good shape. Just regular alloys, nothing too fancy. But listen to the car run, you guys can hear it's quiet and it's running smoothly at the moment. It's not doing anything that it shouldn't out of the ordinary. Nice shine on the paint, on that sun shining down on it there. Seeing it drive down the road there, you know, it's a very sharp looking little car. I have to say, I like the look of it. It's very attractive. It's a nice stylish little car. If you could trade this for any car, what would you trade it for?
Or any car?
Any car. Any car in the world.
Well, knowing what I know now, I probably would go with Toyota, probably. Probably a Toyota Camry.
Toyota Camry. Solid choice. Smart girl. Solid choice.
Drives pretty good.
It does drive pretty good. It's a nice driving, well-handling car.
After we replaced the spark plugs, though, it's been a lot better.
It has. I've noticed even with the way it starts up.
Not even just the
idles.
misfiring the way it was, but just smoother. I feel like it's quieter and smoother.
It is.
Too.
Gets up to speed nicely. Overall, a decent little car for the time being.
Yeah, you said that it was also, the car was burning oil. You had mentioned that to me.
So the burning oil smell that you smelled, that was the valve cover gaskets. The oil has seeped like out into the exhaust in the front, like the gasket covers and everything. So it's like seeping out the valve cover gasket. So that's why we smell that burning smell, because it's on the hot exhaust system, and it's causing the burning oil smell to come through the ventilation ducts. So that's what that is. Yeah.
But the car is fine. And you can drive it and it won't blow up.
That is right, honey. The car is fine and it won't blow up right now.
That really makes me feel secure and safe driving.
We can trade. You want to trade?
Let's trade.
All right. You can take my car, the Scion. I'll take this.
Take the Scion.
I'll take the problem-ridden.
The looks, the aesthetics, I guess, don't matter as much.
No.
You want to feel safe in the vehicle that you drive, secure.
Yeah.
You want to make sure it's a solid, reliable vehicle.
Absolutely. Solid and reliable.
It's something that you're not going to be throwing away money on.
That's true.
You know, every car is going to need maintenance, and there's going to be things that you have to take care of every now and then. But
look at you catching on. So for the spark plugs, the coil pack, and the air filter, I put all the pricing for that in my video of me doing the work to that car, us doing the work to the car. I think that was roughly $250-ish, $250 to $300 for those parts. I know you spent another $300 for the coolant housing reservoir thing because I wasn't able to come into town and fix that for you. And on top of that, we just spent like, what was it? You paid like almost $500 for the rear brakes and something else back before I knew that the car had the problem or something. You took it and got it fixed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's like, let's say 500, let's say 300. That's over $1,000 in the last 3 months that has been put into this car. I just love you.
I love you too.
We appreciate you watching, don't we?
Yes. So that is my 2014 Chevy Cruze. Hope you enjoyed this video, and there will be more videos to come. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to Eli Your Car Guy if you haven't already. And we will see you in the next video.
We'll see you in the next one. Lots of content to come with this car, as many problems it's going to, I mean, as much as we have ahead of us together in our future.